Of the song, and we're gonna have you see the flyers.
Yeah.
Right? Flyer looking nice.
Super nice.
You know,
we had a specific person on the flyer that was just popping out. Everybody's like, yo, who's that?
You know what I'm saying? We gotta have them like that. And the song is called Gone. So listen to that.
Yup. So,
But she's not gone though. She's not gone.
Nah,
she's still here.
She's
still here. She's here.
She here.
Rihanna's in the house in here. What's going on?
What up?
What's going on, girl? You've been patiently outside waiting.
Just waiting for us to get on here.
She was about to do some jumping jacks because it was getting cold outside.
It's really cold today.
I don't even know why.
But I'm from Minnesota.
Oh.
I'm so cold.
Wait, you from Minnesota? What you doing in New York?
I know, because I'm an artist, and what better place to be
Than in New York. And the best perfect time because now her song can be heard on the LDM radio where all the independents live.
Yup.
You know?
We have, so I'm in a band called Briana Joelle.
Right.
And that's my name. But I'm in a band with other guys who are musicians, and they do their own thing as well, which they're amazing. And so I was blessed enough to be able to join them, meet them about 2 years ago now, like January.
Wow.
2015. So,
Okay. And does the band have a name?
Briana Joelle, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's the name of the band too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so,
It's her band.
Yeah.
and so we also have 9 songs and
Right.
and 1 poem. So we just finished our EP. It's not out currently yet. We have 2 songs out.
Okay.
That was a sneak peek of something that's not out yet. Gone.
Right.
It's the first one on our record. So
Okay.
yeah.
So,
it's a cool vibe.
And then the song Gone, it sounds like, I guess like spoken word type of music, you know, like making me feel like I'm back in the love, you know, the hippie, yeah.
We ain't clapping, we
That's
snapping,
good. I like
you know?
to know what people's initial, yeah.
Right, so
vibe
it
is
gives
of
that
it.
little vibe there. Is
It
that
gives
the vibe you're trying
that,
for,
that
or
coffee shop type of vibe? You know what I'm saying? When artists be performing in like coffee shop, that like it's very intimate. And it's just everybody's just moving in the moment. That's the type of vibe you get off of music.
Yeah. So I mean, that's absolutely 100% what it is. Like you're only experiencing what we're exuding. So we record at Cobra Sun Studio. It's in Staten Island.
Okay.
And specialize in live music, and so that in itself is an intimate concept of like the instruments there with you, you're performing live recording and all of that, and we perform on a monthly basis. At least we did for the past 2 years that we've been together. So yeah, it just kind of, I think that's what's been my influence.
Okay.
Erykah Badu, Jill Scott, Concept, and even, a little flowetry. But I grew up doing spoken word, and I never even wrote songs. I just sang on the side. I sang in church, and that's the way that I used my voice. And then I wrote and like did stage stuff like that. And so it wasn't actually until I met the band now, and they presented instrumentals to me. And they're like, yo, can you write something to this? And I'm like, I mean, I'm a poet. Yeah, I got this. And then that same night, I wrote 2 songs to stuff that they had already written. And then it was just kind of, it was very organic and flew from there. So.
You want to put the mic a little bit?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you can put the mic towards you. There you go. That way, we want to make sure. We want to make sure that everyone
hear that
hears.
beautiful voice of yours. You know what I'm saying? We want the people to hear that voice.
That's good. That's good. But when they introduced that, was that a big difference to you, or you just like got it real quick?
Yes, it was a big difference. So I have never been one to make up my own melody or anything like that, right? And so it was different to hear something and try to experience what they had in the song that they already wrote. Like the instrumental itself already has a mood. It even, you know, there's a name to it already. And so I have to enter into that and be like, okay, what is it that I feel from this? What did I think that they wrote when they were experiencing this and writing this? And so from that, it actually, I think, because of my own experience, I take that experience and I marry it together, and then I create something magical. And that was my first time ever doing that.
Wow.
And so it happened organically, and it wasn't difficult for me, but without them, I would have never discovered that I was able to.
And how long was this ago?
This was January, the end of January of 2015.
Wow, so you're recently into it. Wow, it seems like you've been,
Yeah, recently.
So you got the groove of it down packed now.
I don't know. It's, I think for me, singing is something that I have to do. I'm also a hairstylist, and I you know, I do a lot with my hands, and I move, and so with all of those things, it's not really something you have to train or practice doing. It's just like, it's what I'm supposed to do, and when I'm in the right situation, I'm gonna do it. And I think, you know, my whole life I've kind of been trained to be a performer and to sing, because that's just what I've been doing. I used to act like I was singing in front of a crowd when I was younger, just because. So
really? Yeah. So did you have like performing arts, a background, like performing your spoken word before even starting to like
I cannot do it. Would have open mic nights, and I would do stuff like that.
I can imagine like getting your hair done and someone singing in the background while they're doing your hair. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to look like, who's singing that? Who's singing that? You know?
A whole different vibe. Absolutely. So
that could be like
the
your
barbershops have vibes. The salons have vibes. The music definitely flows into every single aspect of my life. And so it's been a beautiful process. It was a beautiful beginning, and it's we're just now actually probably a few months ago finished our last song of our EP, and so it's a very appropriate time approaching January to kind of, you know, finish it all out. We're done, let the world hear it, and then start a whole new project.
Wow.
Just keep going.
Yeah, keep it going.
You know, when you're doing stuff like that from a spoken word and then put some music involved, marinate it, you know, put it all together, and you get...
But music is poetry, though. Like even rap sometimes, if you notice it, it has that poetry flow to it. It's just a different type.
Rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why I like, and I'm glad she said the rhythm and blues, because a lot of people forget R&B means really rhythm and blues.
Yeah, a lot of people forgot about that.
Where it started off mostly as a jazz type of thing.
Yep. Right.
You know? So down in Mississippi, when they, you know, really sing the blues, you know, it came out. And then now they just lost the instruments and made it called spoken word.
Right.
And a lot of people don't understand the history where it comes part of it. And I love going to places, sitting down, drinking my coffee, and listening to the spoken words. You know, then you hear, you know, little snaps and stuff.
All different respect.
Right. So
we do a lot of performing and like live. And
right.
So I do the poem called Reflection, or actually it's called, we changed the name. Sorry. Face to face, and then it goes into the song that accompanies it, Reflection. And so with that, a lot of times you have to capture your audience because they're not used to you diving into a poem in the middle of a set.
Oh, wow.
So with that, performing live, I've learned how to, when I'm starting out with spoken word piece, to capture the audience. Like sometimes silence speaks louder than volume.
Yes, it does.
And so a lot of people feel dumb when they're laughing real loud and no one hears them. And you're like, oh, you know, you're on stage, you know, and then they're like, oh, snap, you know, they look at you, they're like, oh, wait, you see me in the crowd? And you forget, like, yeah, you paid to come in here to listen, to focus. And then they listen, and I truly physically see a different, like a softness that happens to people. Everyone's eyes and ears, they look forward because they can't hear me unless they're silent and they're looking forward, you know? And then that kind of flows people forward to to the song and kind of captures people in a different way. It's a different type of sound, but I don't know. I like it. It's what I've always liked growing up. So
that's not bad. You know, you sang a lot of. I was listening to the Gone right now. You guys heard probably a little nips in the background while we were speaking. But tell me a little bit about the song. Like, what is it about?
Yeah. So the first song that opens up the album is Gone, and it starts out with like djembes and we wanted to start out kind of with a deeper start because it's birthed from like a past relationship that I had, hence the name Gone. And so someone that I moved across the country for, I was trying to do all that I can for, and then realizing that at a certain point you do all you can, and then it's done, right? And
Heck yeah.
And the song, that's just what the experience is, and it's not bitterness, it's just speaking the truth, and it's like, all right, cool, deuces are up.
Ooh, I'm gone. I like that.
Bye, Felicia.
Oh man,
She said the deuces are gone. But you guys gotta go online, vote for her as well. Try to get up on there. She just gave the track, so the track will be airing, I guess, tomorrow on the LDM radio. So you can listen to that song, Gone. Now, what category, if somebody was like, okay, what category would she be? I'll say R&B. Some people would say spoken word, but that's really
Is there a music category for spoken word?
I don't think so. R&B.
I mean,
spoken word. I think falls under R&B.
There's genuine spoken word artists who, they have a whole record that is spoken word focused.
Okay.
But the focus of our album, although is spoken word inspired and there's influence in it, the majority of it is musical, is vocals and singing and instruments. So it's definitely gonna be R&B. It's gonna be more neo soul. And then sometimes there's different sounds that are kind of like, I don't know, psychedelic. I don't, and that's only because I don't know a lot. I just know what I like and when I hear it. And thankfully, I'm with different musicians who know the history of music, so they create a sound. I'm like, ooh, that's cool. And you come to find out it's like 50s, or it's like, I don't know the era that it comes from. Yeah. I just know that it works well, So now
I want to hit a band one day. We gotta have the band.
They're sick. They're so amazing.
I want to know, like, if she could do some spoken word right now.
Ooh. Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah. Let's see Briana do something here.
All right.
Go ahead.
Right now. Okay, this one's called Face to Face. His beauty brings out my character, like the freckles on my face, those dark spots I can erase. He is in every space. Every curl of my hair, every lip gloss, every tooth floss, every nail that I polish, every crease around my mouth that appears after people mention his name, and I smile without shame because he is my reflection. And we were made for each other from the moment of formation, and this is no misconception, no false assumption. See, I looked at my hands the other day, and I found new creases in my palms. There's no reason to be alarmed. They're there from holding his hands too tight. Wrinkles on my forehead from those late nights, man. I hate to fight conversations. His definition is in my description. I could even go as far to say he's like my morning breath. Yes, because that's how real he is to me. In the morning, my smile looks pretty, but if I speak, it reeks. And after a few tweaks, maybe a mouthwash and a tooth floss, add a little lip gloss, I can stand confident that since we made it through the ugly, the eye stickers and the nose boogers, the chapped lips and the earwax, all the could have been setbacks, it brought us face to face. It brought us eye to eye. So you ask me, what does he look like? As I look up, I begin to cry, my tears resembling the blue sky, because I see him everywhere. With him, I am free. With him, I am me. slowly molding me to be the woman that he sees that I can be. Like my reflection when I gaze into the ocean, one touch, and he stirs my emotion, rippling circles of commotion I can't even explain. When I think about it, it's kind of insane, the effect he has on me. He's the he, the she, the we. No, he is the God in me.
Whoa, that was Briana.
Yo, I felt that one. I felt that one.
Oh, man, that was great.
I got in the zone just listening right now.
I was like, hey, I was posting up and stuff, clicking on, you know. You got to start putting those posts up.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was great. I'm posting up, but, you know, my PR got to do all the tagging and all that stuff, so let her do all that.
And then that would go into it like a doom, doom, doom.
Yo, I could imagine
song,
that.
And then I start singing. I also have a backup singer named Kim, and she's amazing as well. So I've always grown up loving harmonies. Like Destiny's Child was it. Yeah. Like that's all I listened to.
Now you got the drums, the guitar, and everything, you know.
Exactly. So in the music itself is me harmonizing with myself, but live obviously is easier with another human. Yeah. So.
Hey, maybe we have back on the LDM show live with the band, you know?
Oh, that would be
great.
100%.
Behind the
that would
scenes
be
with
great.
the band?
Having them right in the green room, the whole band of drums and everything.
Oh.
Never know.
If this was just beautiful, just experiencing just her, imagine with the drums and everything, the back, I was like, woo, she gonna blow this place up.
Definitely.
Where can they find you at?
You can find us on Instagram at Briana Joelle Music. So just my name, Briana, with one N, Joelle with 2 L.
Okay.
Music.
And you also can hit her up on the ldmshow.com/vote. Vote for her.
Please, you guys gotta vote. Come on.
And see her live, because something like that, you gotta be really, you know.
Posting up right now.
I'm posting up that video right there.
Right now, so
I'm posting up that video. So if you're on our social media, you're gonna click on and see that video right
now.
Yeah.
And it's just.
When's your next event so that people could show up?
We don't have anything booked yet, but definitely, you know, Instagram is the biggest marketing thing right there. So if you want to know, you follow and you'll be able to see. So we do things definitely every month, but it's, you know, where there's opportunities is where we grab them.
Again, we will thank you for coming, and it was lovely.
And blessing us with that.
Yeah.
That poem itself, guys. Oh man, you know, and the funny part about it, I like stuff like this because now we have these international people watching us. They are now experiencing what we see and what we hear. So they would call it, Japan be like, I don't know what it means, but I feel it. I feel it. You know, they be in the karaoke now. You know, but again, thank you guys. You got to start voting.
Please, come on, guys.
Listening to her song. Sooner or later, it's going to be a day just for R&B day, you know, but right now we have it mixed. So that way you can hear every different type of song going out. So if you're listening to the radio, and we have almost 300 hours already heard, and we only had the radio station for like about a month or so. So that's a lot of hours. But we still need a lot more. I want thousands of hours heard all around the world.
All around the world. Non-stop, man. This is the perfect outlet for independent artists, and we bring the best of the best here.
Yep. We're going to take a break. We're going to listen to her song one more time. And remember, you have to go on to
the website,
SoundCloud and all this. And,
find her.
You know, find her.
Yeah, just type in my name, Briana Joelle, and I'll pop up SoundCloud.
Briana with one N, Joelle 2 L's.
Yes.
Go.
Let's click on this song right now, guys. You just gotta really. I think sometimes when
he's a technical guy. I'm just a pretty fan. I just didn't.
Yeah, we don't have our engineer, so we got.
Wordy person.
We basically doing everything by ourselves here, but this is called God. Briana, thank you so much. take a short break. When we come back,